What's up YouTube, Mr. LimeSC here, and today I'm going to show you the remodded Diablo 2 Resurrected mod. Now, this I think is the mod that is most out there, is doing the most stuff with the game, and to me, I would liken it to Median XL. It has that level, or starting to push towards that level of customization and adjustments. This isn't a vanilla game with some minor changes on top of it. It is pretty elaborately different. So I'm using, of course, the D2R launch. If you go to d2rmodding.com/D2R launch, you can get it right there. And also over here is how to install the whole piece if you want to install the install guide for it. But D2R launch will just like make it nice and easy. Once you download this, you go to download new mod, and literally right up here you can just select remodded and you just install the mod right there. Nice and easy. Once you have that, you'll have your list of mods down here. You can click remodded and you can press play mod. If there are other options and pieces that you wish to adjust, you have things within the quality of life. For instance, you can set up your personalized stash tab. So I could say, this is where I want my uniques. This is where I want my gems. This is where I want my rune words. Whatever it is, you can apply those. Those will then be there. You can enable item levels to show. If you want, you can hide helmets. If you want to set the mercenary to have an identifier, you can. If you want to see runes on the ground like that, you can. If you want to see the stats of monsters, you can, right? There is a lot of just various pieces. You can check all of these out. You can also change the font in the game if you want to have a different font. Lots of nice little features right there. Additionally, you can support on Patreon right there. Bonesy has done a great job with all of this, but yeah, I want to get into the game now. I don't want to talk too much about all of that. I have a whole thing on D2R Launcher. I just wanted to give you some basics. So once you have it, though, this is Diablo 2 remodded, and I'm using the remodded UI, which is just a slightly different UI, and it's really nice. There's a lot of cool things about it. So let me show you some of the pieces of this game, because like I said, I liken this to Median XL. Where he really goes in and starts changing things. And he's making adjustments to this and adding to it and all of that. This is kind of still a work in progress for sure. But you can already see that initially he has improved this UI so much so that we actually have like room over here, and the advanced stuff doesn't come out and block all of this. The stash, of course, is going to be bigger. There's my tabs that I wrote, uniques, gems, all of that. There's new items you can see, like Scovo Striker. I know it's not Median XL. I'm saying it. I liken it to it because it has some similarities in some ways. For instance, we have Jewel rune words in a similar way there, where you can socket things prior and then also still make your rune word beyond it to get the additional bonuses, right? There's, sockets on your gloves, 3-socket gloves, sockets on your rings and amulets and on your belts and boots. So you have more of that. You have the larger spaces. We have Beacon of Hope. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Over here, Ethereum has replaced Jeed.
I got what you need.
And there is now multiple pieces here. So we have enhancements. Again, this would be something very similar to Median XL, where you can put one per item, and I could enhance a unique item, set item, with an enhancement. And let me just like get one, whatever, I'm just gonna put some random thing on there. And we've enhanced it, but boom, the required level is now too high. So again, similar to Median XL, it's that same idea, right? Where you're adding levels on by using these enhancements. And so you can't just enhance forever, even though some of these are like unlimited. right? This is unlimited. I could put as many of these on as I want. However, it will raise the level 2 to level requirement, 3 to level requirement, 15 to level requirement, 25 to level requirement. You'll be able to see it by looking at what it says, 30 to level requirement, and that's +1 to all skills. So that's great, but of course, you know, if it's already a high level requirement, then you can just completely brick an item. So that's something you do need to be careful about, right? Like this is now bricked because, yeah, I over enhanced it. It was level 90 and now it's level 115. So that's something there. Additionally, there is this quality of life storage bag. So the quality of life storage bag is really interesting. Basically, you can cube it with gems, runes, keys, organs, core pieces, uniques, and sets, and you can have them then stored in there, and then you can remove them later on. In this way, you can actually remove things that would be not what you put in. Let's say I put in a Zod rune, I could take out 2 Cham runes. Because when I'm putting in that, you can see it's gem and rune points. So I'm actually putting in just like a point total of it. And then when I go to remove, I can take out half, you know, a Zod rune is 1,024 points and a Cham rune is 512 points. So I could take out 2 Cham runes, or I could take out 4 Jaw runes, or whatever it is. So this allows you to be very excited about finding a really high rune because it will allow you to then you know, make a lot of the lower rune words and all of that. Additionally, you can put the organs and keys and all of that. So it's just a nice way to have quality of life where you can store all of these pieces in here rather than having to constantly store all the runes and all of that. Now, how do we remove it? We just use these sorts of things. You can see this is a rune remover, and I can just cube it up to whatever I want. You know, let's say I want to get a soul rune out. I just have it at a soul, and then I can put it in there and do that. Having probably just one of each of those removers in your stash would be a good thing to do. Here's a Key of Terror remover, Diablo's Horn remover, and again, you're just cubing this to change. So this will remove the eye, brain, Key of Terror, Key of Hate, Key of Destruction, eye, brain, you know, horn. So you can just transmute these through to get what you need out of it. Yeah, lots of really nice pieces there. This is for cubing with gold. There's just a lot of nice QOL that has been added in, and a lot of really cool pieces here. Additionally, we have a lot of changes to, for instance, like skills and such. So you are going to see some new skills. For instance, Skull Mob is really cool. It'll basically, let's, my teleport to 3. I can teleport around, and then I can use it, and it will send out towards all the monsters a skull, kind of like bone spirits, towards an AoE. Right. So there's some new skills like that now exist in the game. Again, you can see that we do have item levels attached to items as well, which is really nice. So you have all of that stuff. So you've got some changes on skills. You can see there's also big adjustments within the skill tree. Let me move this over here. There's also big adjustments in the skill tree here. So for instance, if you look at the bottom, you'll see there's a mastery bonus, right? And here even raised skeletal archers, they're different, right? They're different than kind of normal. But you'll see down at the bottom, called minions have their damage increased by 75%. Maximum number of skeletal mages increased by 5. You know, whatever it is. And so these mastery bonuses are, if you max a skill out, you put the 20 points in it, you will then get the mastery bonus on top of it. Just kind of a fun little thing for, you know, adding little bits here and there. Again, there's also the skill preview, which will go through and show all of the different skills, what they look like, you know, kind of discuss their synergies, charges, all of that stuff. So there's a lot of cool pieces with that. Mercenaries are also now higher stacked, right? So you will be having more stuff on your mercenaries. They also have additional skills. You can see he has Jab, Seal of Destruction, Enlightened Justice, Blood Shield, Blink Strike, and Critical Strike. So these are the 6 skills that he has. Yeah. Oops. I don't have my hotkeys set on this character yet, but nice and simple. A lot of cool stuff. Now, I want to, let's see if I want to get into that piece. The Beacon of Hope. Let's dive into that. Thank you, Silver. Beacon of Hope is actually really interesting. So essentially, you will be able to collect soul shards playing through this game, and then you can take these soul shards and then cube them to give yourself keys, essentially, or whatever, that will allow you to summon other characters. Now, this is something that takes a while because you'll need a lot of them together. I don't know what he exactly calls them. A lot of them together to get like tier 1, then tier 2, then tier 3, then tier 4. It just will take a long time, but you can essentially build yourself a party to play with you over time. And I mean, this, to get this all maxed would take a lot of work. It would take a long time to do so. But if you do it now, oh, oops. I accidentally changed the resolution. I think that breaks it. Don't change resolution in the game. I need to just set my hotkeys. Custom. Perfect. So we'll get our party going. And we can go out. And now I have a whole party of friends that are going to play with me. So there you go. If you don't have friends, why not make your own? Nice and easy. So really cool, but again, something that to get to this level of literally having 7 friends maxed out would take months. I mean, it is to get all of those shards and cube them all up. Once you start getting into the whole process and seeing it, you'll be like, oh wait, that's a lot of work. So, but it's very cool because it is something that you can like really work towards, right? This is an endgame character with like endgame GG gear and things. So like, yeah. But there's also additional things. You'll see things like 64% to magic skill damage. There's plus 6 to skull mob, which is that skill that I was using. There's summon damage, summon combat rating, summon max HP. So you're going to start seeing some shifts on some of the pieces, but additionally you'll still see like Shaco is Shaco, right? There's, you know, your Mage Fist or your Mage Fist, and then we're adding in the sockets on top of it for the magic skill damage. But, you know, a lot of the pieces are still what they are, and then there's kind of the bonuses there. Now, again, this is all just a hacked up GG character, but it is just a nice piece to kind of note for it. Now, additionally, there is also further content if you're going and, for instance, you know, let's go to Bale here. And let's do the Bale, Throne of Destruction. Have my team do some work. Streaky teleport? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Just me and my friends. Why do they pronounce it Baal instead of Baal? Because that's looking for Baal. They literally say bail. Is this my mod? I made this. No. No, this is Bonesy's mod. Barb is bugged. He has a little trouble sometimes. There's still, I mean, again, this mod is still getting a lot of fixes and things to it, so it's not perfect yet by any means, but they're constantly fixing and adjusting it. Yeah, huge cube is really nice. Store so many things in there. And now, over here, we actually have the Torment Trials. So this is where you can actually start getting into that further endgame content. Yeah, you think the rune drops down here are good at all? So it has additional content. Hey, hello, rune.
Impossible.
Nice. Impossible. Where you can start fighting crazy high-level monsters and getting, you know, all the stuff that is the stuff. You can find in these areas. Crazy density. You can see level 99 are the items, so yeah. So there is just a lot that you can do with all this, and it just kind of continues. There's just further and further. This is how you can start going down to like the Uber, you know, the additional bosses. There's a bunch of different mobs. Let me see if they're on the site. Let's bring it over. Remodded. Talks about that. No, there's no piece on that I see right now. Whatever. Looks mega laggy? No, it's not that laggy actually. Here's guides for stuff. Adding melee splash. All this is for if you're creating your own mods. It's really nice. So, this is just a really cool mod that Bonesy and maybe some others in addition to him are working on. Site's still in development. All good. But there is a lot of fun within this, and it's definitely a mod that I want to like dive deeper into and play through further because it's really cool. Like I say, I get some of the, you know, the rune word jeweled rune words and the crafting with the adding, you know, with the skills, media and XL vibes from some of that, some of the additional levels and areas and content. This is stuff that we just really aren't seeing in Diablo 2, you know, Resurrected, I should say. So I'm super excited to have this mod here and something that we can kind of go and play through and just have a lot of fun with. And Bonesy's given a lot of support to the mod community overall. So if you want to create your own mod, if you want to do stuff like I just showed, he has guides for that. How much added content, bosses, zones, unique are there? Bonesy, you wanna give that answer? how much is there? I think there's like at least 5 or 6 like good bosses. 200 plus items, 100 plus new levels. I was looking through some of the bosses earlier, but I didn't see all of it. A lot of good stuff. Big W. So for those that want to play mods in D2R, here you go. I think this is going to be... oh yeah, here's mod info. This is what I was looking for. So this talks about all the obvious stuff. Lots of new items and things, changes, mercenary changes, monster changes, stat changes. You can read through all that. Itemization, the major pieces. Obviously, you know, the weapons and all of that having their sockets. Rune changes here. Here's some monsters. Here's some bosses. Isuel the Forsaken. Dude, he looks dope. Gurkha. Queen Sindred. Wait, that's Gurkha? Oh, is that Isuel? Wait, which way is it listing it? No, it's below. That's Gurkha. There's Queen Sindred. There's Dedomer. Anubarak. Raku Ranth. Dude, look at him. Grizzlepaw. Kelther. Majiko. Oh, so annoying. And then the levels. We have these tournament trials and we have the icy hell with just further and further randomly generated dungeon with 50 levels and 50 sub-levels. No teleport, no waypoints, only the trial of tournament before you. So much cool stuff. So, shout out to Bonesy, GG. It looks awesome. It looks like something I definitely want to start playing through, diving into, and just like messing around with, man. Having a good time, learning all about it. So, that is my intro to this mod. I will have links in the description for you guys below. Yeah, enjoy it. Let me know how it's going for you. And of course, if you have problems, any of that stuff, you can put it in the comments below. If everybody votes it up and, you know, does all that stuff, then he'll be able to see it easier and go in and fix it and all of that. Because there's still some issues, of course. It's being actively worked on. But I think this is looking incredible. And I'm really excited to see it because I love playing Diablo 2 mods. But I was like, man, I really wish we could play them on Resurrected. Like, playing them always on Legacy is, you know, okay, it's fine, but I gotta go back to Legacy, and it's really nice to have them start moving over here. So, yes, this is definitely playable right now. Like I said, I'll have a link for you guys below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. Peace, everybody.